This tutorial is by Cooper Collier, lead programmer with WatersWebWorks.com. Please visit our TeamDesk expert listing if you need assistance or have any questions, and we'll be happy to help.
Okay, I've saved our dev branch, promoted it, and I've actually made a new one to keep going here. So just remember, dev branches are your friends. They're better friends than your dog. Dev branch is not going to bite you. Dog might bite you, but not our dogs. Our dog's very nice. So I've made the dev branch. Looking at this, here's what always happens. We're reviewing this, and we have our colors of our vehicle, but suddenly realize this is not enough information. What we're running into is our manager comes up and says, hey, guess what? We're no longer having basic colors. Our colors are going to be with different types of paint. And we might actually have a different green, but it's still green, but it's made out of different paint. So what we got to do is we go running over here to our colors, and we're going to make some new columns here, at least one. So we make a new column, and we're going to call it type of paint, and make it a text. And just for fun, we're going to turn those off. And we're going to make it a drop down because we don't like people typing in. And we're going to put in here the type of coverings we're going to put on our cars. So we make a few choices for people. There. Now we can go over here and start editing these. There we go. New one. Here's another green. There we go. Now we have two greens. Let's sort by color name. Click there, and two greens. Which is which? We don't know. Okay, we could fix that. Let's go up to our views. And yeah, you're right. If I wouldn't have unchecked the set the default rule, it would have been there already, but then I wouldn't have been able to go in here and show you this. So there, put that there. That's put in our default view. Perfect. There we go. We refresh, and there it is. Now we know, hey, we need to have a few of these that aren't done. Doesn't matter. Look how fast I am. Okay. You can be fast if you're not accurate. Everyone knows that. So now we know what type of paint it is. Perfect. Now we go over to the cars, and we look at a car, and we still don't know what type of paint it is. Okay. We can fix this. And this is what people do. We go back over here to edit, and we go to our cars, and we go back to columns because we know how to do this. We've watched these tutorials. And we'll go to customize existing, and hey, I know what to do. We go to this relationship down here and edit it. And we don't have a detail view, so let's put that detail view in there. And we're going to pick the default view and save it. Great. Now we should have a view. So we'll go over here and look. And ta-da, we have a view. But it doesn't have our color in it. But we picked the default view, and the previous tutorial said that's how to do it. And it doesn't work. And this is where we start getting upset. Before we get upset, let's take a quick look and try something anyway. So I want to go back over here to our car colors, and let's go to our views. And I want to make a new view. So I just copy this one real quick. Here we go, and edit it. And this is, I'm just going to call it something crazy like, hello, here I am. Now I'm going to go back, sorry, I'm going to go back up to cars. And I'm going to go back to my columns because I want to see what's going on here. This is one way to test things. Whenever you get confused, start naming things incredibly crazy names. That way you can find them. Now I want to go down here and edit this again. And this time I'm not going to pick the default. Why not pick the default? Because everything's default. I'm looking here. I don't have that view, but I just made it. So let's not worry about this right now. And let me tell you, explain. Okay, everybody does this. I've done it. You've now done it. Every person who starts out does this exact same thing because multi-references are confusing and they don't work exactly the same. And this is a time when you want to throw your mouse at the wall. And I wish that I was a mouse selling company because I'd make a lot of money buying mice. So what is happening here is your view here is not getting the view from the colors because it does not directly talk to the colors. It gets its view from here. And what's confusing is every table has a default view, a list all view, and a changed view by default. Those views are there. So when you pick views, that's what you see every time, and it's hard to separate. So if we were to go to car colors and go to views and customize existing views and do the same thing we did here and make a copy here and edit it and just rename it something that we know what it's named. Now I did it again. We go up to cars and we look at our column, customize the column, and now let's look at our view and edit it. There is the one we just made that was in the link table because we can see this relation is to the link table. So what's happening here is this table this is like in the in the movies high school where you have two people mad at each other and they have a friend, and so cars doesn't talk to colors. So cars says to colors, hey, uh, tell colors that I'm not talking to them. And colors says, well, yeah, tell cars that I hate them forever and I'm not going to talk to them. And they just go back and forth, and it's very funny. And what this tells you about databases is that databases were programmed by teenage girls just to make you mad. That's all there is to it, and we have to work around it. So there we go. Um, so we actually are using the view. So when we go over here, our view looks like this. So what we need to do is actually start working in here and look at our view. So we're going to customize our existing view, and what we want is the view here to actually have some columns that we want. We want to actually see the car color, and that would be the table car color and get the color out of it. And we want to have the type, which is not here. Okay, so databases made by teenage girls are there to annoy us to no end. Yes, they are. What we have to do first to be able to show our type of paint is going to go to our customize existing columns, and we have to go down here, and we have a relation to color right here. And what we got here is we've actually picked up the color, but now we want to add a new lookup, and we want to do color, I can't spell, color type. We can include in views by default on these, but for training purposes, we won't. Now, when you make secondary lookups, you normally turn this off. Your main lookup, you can leave it on. I normally turn it off on secondary lookups unless I really mean leave it on. Just a little tip. And I'm going to pick type of paint, color type. Let's make it easy to understand. Paint. There we go. Save it. Okay, now what we can do is go back to that view. And here's the view. And now this is where our notes come in really handy. Okay, so this is the view for this is color and type of paint. We're going to use this for the relation to show color and paint to in the tar table. There we go. And now, when we go down here, we have color type of paint. Ta-da, right there. And we save that. Now, when we go over here and refresh, we suddenly have something that means something. We have the color, and we have the type of paint for each one of our selections. So that's how we do it, and that's the way it has to be done. We have to start working in this table that's the link table when we make the views. And it is complicated. That's why we have several classes on this. So that will be the end of this class, and talk to you later. Thank you.